just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the line. I'll take it to the edge where I live 1,000 lives. But maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive.
Welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. Over the next few minutes, the teams will be heading out onto this classic Formula One track for what we're expecting to be a very hectic practice session. A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.
Hello and welcome to TKA Broadcasting, the Spanish Grand Prix. We're here for practice and qualifying again in the McLaren Honda. We've just come out of an amazing race in the Russian Grand Prix where we took our second win of our career as well as our career first pole position. What a great effort it was by the team to get the car in perfect condition to challenge Lewis Hamilton, who is our rival for the next few races. So here we are on the hard tyres doing track acclimatisation. I'm feeling much better actually than previously. I'm still not 100% but good enough to give this a go. So we're going around the last turn, hitting the DRS zone to begin the track acclimatisation. So heading down the main straight, 8th gear, about 330 kilometres an hour towards turn 1 and 2. Hard on the brakes, 4th gear, 3rd gear for us around here, and go through turn 1, turn 2, and then the long right-hander that is turn 3. So you ease off in 5th gear, hitting about 200 kilometres an hour, hit the throttle very hard about here, 7th gear, just kiss 8th, and then jump it down to 3rd. We go down to 2nd, even though the thing says 4th. We jump it, short shift it through the areas of turn 4. Turn 5, hard on the brakes, 2nd gear, preferably 3rd gear according to the track, the gear counter, but we don't do it like that. So that's turn 5, heading into turn 6 and turn 7, sweeping edges. So, well, actually I think it's getting a bit stuffed up here because the track system seems a bit different, but either way we're going through into the 2nd DRS zone, 5th gear, hard on the acceleration, coming out of it into the DRS. You've got to be careful because that corner can make you go wide and you end up doing the longer part of the track most of the time. So cut the corner a bit, take the bollard out, and we're still doing pretty well. So only 2, 3 now green boxes or green circles in this acclimatisation, but the rest is purple. Heading into this bit here now, the curbs have been redefined in this game, so hitting the curbs here can be quite costly, especially if you get the car up on 2 wheels. So we cut the corner just a bit there, get away with it. Heading around the last turn, activate the DRS on P, hard on the throttle, lose the rear a bit on the curb, and we complete the acclimatisation with purple as well. So that's a great result for us here. So now we go to the qualifying pace. We didn't do a very good first lap. We were off the pace a little bit into that. So heading around into the first 2 turns around here, going up in the sector splits. Turn 3, of course, the long right-hander, ease through 5th gear, short shift, well, rev it up to 6th gear, hard on the acceleration coming out of it, 7th gear into 3rd gear, right-hander of turn 4. Of course, also the right, another long one, and then turn 5, hard on the brakes, 2nd gear, even though it tells you 3rd, but it's still 2nd, is a bit more comfortable. Turn 6, the sweeper, into turn 7 and 8, hard on the brakes, 3rd gear, kiss the apex on the inside, just to kiss it on the outside, don't want to get too wide there, it's all over for you. Turn 8, hard on the acceleration about here, into the 2nd DRS point, hard on the acceleration, 7th gear, just tip 8th gear, hard on the brakes for turn 9, 2nd gear, could take 1st gear if you get it a bit late, if you do want to do a bit of late braking. Turn 10, turn 11, fast left-hander into a slower right-hander, says 4th gear, we take it a 3rd, turn 11 and 12, same preference, sorry I'm getting a bit stuffed up here, turn 13, and then of course turn 14, and we're still up on our sector split by 0.2 of a second, It's rapidly dropping as we go, so are we going to make it? Yes, we are, just narrowly. So that's qualifying pace. We now jump to qualifying itself for the Spanish Grand Prix. Around the last two, well, the first bit, this game tends to actually push you back quite a bit when you do your flying lap, so sometimes you just sit there waiting for your car to hit the point, so you got to get to see what kind of lines the AI take in this sort of situation. So we're jumping up to rich mix, filter through the system just to get back so you're not getting distracted by the HUD. Around the last turn, 5th gear, hit 6th gear, hard on the acceleration, DRS, and we begin the qualifying production. So we're just approaching one of the slower cars that's either done a lap or they're just starting their flying lap into turn 1 and turn 2. As you can see, we're actually gaining on them quite a bit through these turns. The McLaren Honda's chassis is really good, even if it is a little underpowered in the straight line. So, you know, passing Mercedes is good, but keeping them behind, keeping in front of them isn't always the best routine. So it's actually Nico Hulkenberg that we're catching up on. So we go purple into sector 1. Of course, no one else has actually set a benchmark time yet, so of course that's only underlining it. As we said, that Kvyat does a 25.1, which is not too bad, so it now gives us a bit of a reference to compare ourselves. Go a bit shallow into turn 7, I think it is, and then Raikkonen now up to the top. You can see his sector is a 53.6. We're not going to get there, I don't think. No, we're about 2/10 of a second off the pace with a 53.4, so a little bit going into it. So Raikkonen's done a 24.1, which is a pretty impressive time for the Ferrari driver. And coming around now, we're right on the back of Nico Hulkenberg. So initially at this time, we were hoping that he didn't hold us up too much through here. As you can see, hit the curb, and you can just see how much time you lose as it throws your car around. So we do stay behind a Hulkenberg, and this gives us a bit of a chance to use a bit of cheeky DRS slipstream effect. And we cross the line, and we'll do a 24.4. which is enough for P2. So we do the track skip, and we end up 7th. So Hamilton, Vettel, and Rosberg make up your top 3. Hamilton with a 23.3. We're actually literally just under a second, over a second slower. Thanks for watching, guys, and tune in next time for the Spanish Grand Prix.